What is up, guys? Your boy Choose with the Big Fat O back with another video, and today we're gonna do maybe like a first impressions or a review and a checkup on a game I recently got on Steam. Now, for me, I wanted to try gaming more on PC. I wasn't satisfied of what was going on with, DualSense and what's going on in the console space. So I decided, I would try dabbling into some PC gaming. Now, my rig is really bad right now. My desktop is a 3050, but with this review, we're going to do it off of a 4050 RTX with a 16 gigabyte RAM and SSD, okay, and a Ryzen 5. I'll put all the specs up on the screen. This is what I'm currently running with Bodycam. I don't know, someone said, I don't know if this is a rumor or true, but someone said that laptops have like a boost mode for like the first hour, and then after that it just drops performance. I don't know if that's true or not, so it could affect the frame rate in this video, but if it does, let me know in the comments and I'll try to do it on my desktop. I don't know if it'll look good or not because it's a 3050. But now we get that all the way. I recently got a game called Bodycam, and this game came out like maybe like 2 years ago or a year ago, and I saw a lot of people flexing on it, showing off their new graphics cards, showing off the graphics. I thought the game looked really cool, but I didn't know if I should buy it, and I haven't seen any videos of gameplay or nothing within the last month or year. So I decided I'll be one of those YouTubers to try to talk about Bodycam, because I know there's a lot of people interested, but they just don't know what's going on with the game. So I will be the one to tell you what's going on with the game in 2025 after buying it like yesterday. So first of all, here's some things you need to know. Bodycam is a multiplayer only. I don't know if it's online only. I turned off the Wi-Fi during gameplay and I was still able to play the game, but when I turned off my Wi-Fi and tried starting it, you know how Windows is, it was just a mess. Okay, so I'm assuming that if the servers were to shut off, I think you should be able to still play the game because it's server based. Like, everybody has their own server. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, but from what it seems like, if the game doesn't get supported anymore, I think people could still play it. I'm not sure on that, but it looks like it from my point of view. And the game is still getting updates, so people shouldn't have to worry about that anytime soon. But yeah, it is a multiplayer only game. So you got some PvP, you got some PvE, but it's mostly online, so there's no campaign, none of that, which is okay. I mean, that's what I expected. Not everything has to be single player, the campaign, this, I already have a lot of games that are like that already, like Ready or Not and Call of Duty. So it's okay that this game is multiplayer only. So that's what you're paying for, is multiplayer only, online only. If you want to play offline, I think you can. You just got to go through some hurdles. All right. There's obviously the favorites here. There's team deathmatch. There's deathmatch, which I think is just like free for all. Gun game, all the game modes that you guys love to play, it's all in this game. This game is a little bit weird though. It is kind of basic. You have infinite ammo. There is going to be an update where you're going to get loadouts and limited ammo. I don't know how people are going to react to that. I personally actually like the way the game is right now, so hopefully there's like a mode or a switch to choose if you want to play the old style, because I feel like what is different about this game compared to other games is that the movement and the environment is your weakness versus your movement and your gunplay. I mean, the gunplay too, but like I said, the environment is more your weakness in this game. So having that also element, I guess it could make it good. We'll see. But yeah, there's infinite ammo and there's no sliding, obviously. The game is very weird. The way the game aims, it uses your whole arm. It's very hard to explain, but the aim is very weird. You can see it in the screen now, but when I play the game, it actually feels quite nice. It actually doesn't feel that bad when I'm playing Bodycam. All right, to ask the question, does it support controller? I saw a lot of people debating online, and to answer the straight up question, not really. Yes and no. You can plug in a controller. If you're using a DualSense, you definitely want to use DSX or use Steam input. The game does work with its own controller input, but you're going to see, I'm going to try to show you in the video that it is not really that good. Especially the way the aiming works. There's no aim assist. There's no controls made for a controller. So if you're thinking about buying this game and you're thinking of using controller, you can use controller, but you're not gonna like it. And it's very slow, very sluggish. It's just not satisfying to use controller. Keyboard and mouse is actually really good in this game. Like, I usually don't like using keyboard and mouse in most games, especially games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, all these things. But using a keyboard in this game and a mouse feels so good. You're not gonna feel like you have a disadvantage whatever keyboard you use. You don't need a 5090 keyboard, Ryzen 7 key. You don't need all that, mechanical nonsense. You can play with a regular keyboard. You'll play just fine. It feels really good. You don't really need that much skill, honestly, because there's no skill-based matchmaking. There's none of that here. It's just straight up gunplay with the environment moving around. So yeah, I'll try to show you guys the difference between controller and keyboard. Like I said, I would prefer to use mouse and keyboard for this game. You can use a controller if you want to. Maybe you can learn how to use it, but I personally wouldn't use it. And if you're using a DualSense, I would definitely recommend using DSX and using Steam input instead of using the actual, in-game controls, because they're not that good. And they don't even work with most of the menus. Let's talk more about the gameplay, though. And this video I'm showing right here is a great example of how good the gameplay is, depending on which mode. Team Deathmatch. Deathmatch is going to be the best value here. You could try other game modes, but I mostly have fun playing deathmatch, gun game, and all these things. One thing I love about the gameplay in this game is the environments. You guys are going to be confused, but when you're playing this game, the map can turn dark. There's certain parts of the map that are really dark, hard to see, and using tactics to get through the maps is probably the funnest thing ever. There'll be parts at times where you're in a super dark room. Someone could be in there, and you might have to be careful using your flashlight. A lot of these games, they don't care about using your flashlight, but in this game you got to be careful because the enemy could spot you and kill you, just like in this video. And now maps get darker. That's crazy. I didn't even know that playing this map, it gets dark, really dark, and it gets like super scary and fun. Not all maps are like that. Some maps are lighter than others and they're not super scary. This game is not too scary. If you're a scaredy cat, you're gonna be fine. I thought the same thing too. I'm like, oh, this is scary and all. But yeah, that's one thing I love about this game. The way the gun moves and the way you shoot, and the gun, it feels good, like punchy. Doesn't feel like Modern Warfare 19 airsoft. No. Like when you shoot someone, you feel like wow. In game, obviously, YouTube chill. This is all gameplay, and yes, the graphics look absolutely insane. Now, before you buy this game, make sure you have a good PC, okay? You guys, I'll be seeing you guys on Discord. Oh, can I run this on a GTX 1060? Can I play with integrated graphics? Can I play this off a GTX 960, PS4, PS5? No. This game, you need a good graphics card. If I had to give you my recommendation off of playing off of the 4050, you definitely want maybe a 70 or 70 series card. I think on the description of the game they said that you're going to need like maybe a 2070. I wouldn't even do a 2070. You want to get maybe a 30, 40, or 50 series card to play this game. And you definitely want to get something that's more maybe 70 series or 60 series if you're able to. All right. If you're thinking of running this game, on a GTX 1060, run away. If you're thinking of playing this integrated graphics, run away. If you're thinking of playing this on like a ROG Ally X, bro, just call it quits, bro. You're gonna need a desktop or a powerful laptop to play this game. And I mean, just looking through the gameplay, I'm just smuggling through my settings, going from low to high. And low looks pretty good, actually. I think there's a gameplay you're going to see, guys, here that's low. I couldn't even know which one it was because all the gameplays look good. But I want to see what this game looks like on a 5090. In the future, I'm thinking of buying maybe a 5070 or a 5080 PC. And when I do, this will be the first game I showcase the graphics to. So stay tuned for that. Help support the channel so we can get there. But for now, you're seeing my trash PC, and it looks pretty good. The frame rate, though, I'm sorry, guys. This game is not optimized. You're not getting 60. if you're playing on a trash PC. You're not gonna get 60. You're not gonna get even like 50, bro. You're gonna get 40, 30, even with all the DLSS settings, maybe on low settings if you're lucky. And some maps have different frame rates than others. You know, some maps like the Backrooms map, you might get 100 if you're lucky, but maps like this where it turns dark, and maps like the house one, you guys know what I'm talking about. I call it Shotgun Daddy's house. Yeah, call it quits, bro. Call it quits. So before you buy this game, make sure you have a good PC. You want to know if you have a good PC? If it has RTX in the name, and you have a card that has maybe a 3, a 4, or a 5 in the beginning of it, you should be fine. But if you have something that says 2, or a GTX, or GT, or RX something something Radeon, you're done. Call it quits. All right. Hopefully you guys understand that. I did make a video, an Enzoy video, explaining, you know, different types of builds and graphics cards for certain devices. You can go watch that video for some information on based on what you're going to need to play this game. Like I said, I would recommend you guys get maybe a 4070, maybe a 5070 to play this game. If you're thinking of getting this game and you have a trash PC, I would look the other way. You can try it, but don't get mad if your game's running at 20 FPS. Call it quits. Another thing about Bodycam as well is there is a zombies mode. I'm not going to talk too much about it. You know me, guys. If I'm playing zombies, it has to be Call of Duty, Cold War, or Black Ops 3, or Black Ops 2. If it's not those, I'm not playing zombies in most games. It's there. You can shoot around. I played like maybe 10 minutes and then I got bored. So if you like zombies, there you go. The developers are making another map for zombies. So if you guys are excited for that, you can go ahead, buy the game, and wait for the new zombies update. It looks pretty good. It has a day and night cycle. And it looks really immersive with the graphics. But like I said, you're going to need a good PC for it. Another thing, too, is this game, you can buy skins. There is skins. There's not a battle pass, but there's a store. You can buy skins. Most of the skins are cheap. I just like how they just show the price. You don't got to get no V-Bucks coins or none of that. The skins are like from $10 to $5, which is pretty fine. A lot of people were complaining about it. Skins are skins, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just bought some skins for the game just to support the devs. I got like 2 skins. They were like maybe $10 to $5. You can buy banners. The only banners they have though are countries that suck. But if you want to represent your country, you know, African country, you know, Asian country, you can go ahead and do that, which is pretty cool. The economy, how it works is basically every time you play a match, multiplayer match in the server library, and you finish the game, you get points, and those points can be used in the store. So if you want to grind and get things for free, you can do that. Personally, I would just buy it because, like, come on, ain't no one got time for that. We got other games to play. It is what it is. A lot of people are gonna ask me, you know, is the game dead? Are people not playing this game? Did it fall off? You could ask anybody that question, and you're gonna get a different answer. If I had to ask you to be truthfully to you, if I had to be honest with you, right? This game is obviously not in its prime. It's far from it. You're going to see a lot of lobbies that have maybe 5 or 6 people in them, or the game is filled with bots, all right? If you don't mind those things, you will enjoy the game. You know what I'm saying? I really think this is a type of game you should get with your homeboys. You know, tell your friends, gift them this game, and then just hop on random nights and play this game. You're gonna find people. I don't think you're not gonna find anybody playing this game. You know how PC players are. They want to flex their graphics. They want to flex their RTX 5080s and 5090s. Their, you know, Ryzen 7X 3D. They want to flex. So obviously they need a game that's graphically powerful to flex. We're tired of the Cyberpunks. Cyberpunk's a PS4 game. No one's impressed with it anymore. Crysis can run on a fucking toaster now. So we want games like Bodycam to flex. So obviously you're going to see some people, you know, flexing their big rigs playing this game. So you're definitely going to find people who play this game. There is a Discord. You can join the Discord, you know, ask people, hey, you want to play with me? I don't know if anyone will answer you, but maybe people will, and you'll have a chance to play. And like I said, you can play with bots. So this game is not unplayable. You can definitely find people to play with. There is ways to play without people. You can play with bots. But yeah, if you want to try the game out like a demo, like a tech demo to show off, you can do that. If you want to actually take the game seriously, you can do that. And that's what I like about this game. For me, the game is very simple. It's very straightforward. Anyone can get into it. It's not even that complex. You don't have to grind like Call of Duty or something like that. And that's it. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. There's something for everybody here. For me, if you ask me what I love about Bodycam is going to the maps, shooting people, bang, when they don't notice it. That's the most satisfying thing to me when it comes to this game. Outside of that, this is not a game you should play for hours and hours. This is a game you should play maybe, little 4 or 5 quick matches and then play something else. It's a refresher game. Guys, I've recently been playing between 2 games, Ready or Not and Enshrouded. I'll make a video about that later this week, I'm not sure. And just this game is a little break from those 2. I want something a little punchy and a little something fun on the side. I play those games and then I get back to my other games. That's all I have to say. If I were to say, should you buy Bodycam? Yes, we need more people in the game. There's going to be tons of updates. If you have a good PC, play it. Just buy the game. No one's going to hate you, bro. You can have a game to flex your friends when they come over to show off your PC and why you're better than them. And you have a little game to play on the side while you're playing your other games. If I had to say any cons, there's a lot of cons, bro. There's a lot of cons. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the matchmaking. That's one. Like I said, it's a server browser. And the matchmaking, if you don't like zombies, will put you in a random thing that you may not like. So that's one problem. 2 is the settings are really messed up. No controller support. The mic settings are weird. I don't know if my mic's working. There's no way to change inputs or to even see if your mic is working. And yeah, like I said, the custom matches, there's not really a way to customize them. You just really pick the match and the game does everything for you. They'll add the bots for you and everything. You don't even know who's joining your game. You don't know anything. So hopefully they can fix that as well. But outside of that, I have nothing to say. This brings me back to the days of it's like a mixture of Mass Forces but with an RTX 5090. Like, that's how I feel playing this game, because this is a very simple shooter game. Something you play with your friends, have a good time while flexing the graphics. That's all I gotta say. I hope you guys love this video. If you guys want more videos like this, let me know down in the comments below. You guys, I finally uploaded. I don't want to hear anything no more. Oh, Chief never uploads. Chief never uploads. We're back. And that guy that commented bad on my video, I saw the video, but there's no hate. There's no hate. We love everybody on this channel, even my haters. W's in the chat. Let's get it on, bro.